Which arteries and veins relate to the breast? What do lower motor neurons do? Go to the place. Okay. Splitting brain and spinal cord. The sensory afferent. Motor efferent. Motor efferent, I think you get autonomic and somatic. And then autonomic, you get parasympathetic and sympathetic. Nice. Motor unit is a neuron, and all the fibers it innervates. It's bigger, it's more power, but it takes longer to contract. Power versus control. Right. Power versus control. Somatic is from skeletal muscle. Visceral is from like your gut or from your organs. Right? Why is there no cooldown period? Because action potentials are much faster than the muscle contraction. Unfused tetanus is where it's just separate. Fused tetanus is when it's connected. Forced summation is where contraction gets stronger. Rate coding is contracting faster. Spatial recruiting is getting more motor units. Yeah. Which size motor units? The small ones. Fast twitch, I think, are large motor units. And small motor units are more fatigue resistant. Yeah. Max force. I think it's an exponential relationship. Or is it logarithmic? Exponential. What happens to reflexes when you have a lesion in the motor cortex? These don't happen. Faster. Oh, okay. Motor cortex is inhibitory. Yeah, I guess it'd be faster. Skeletal cardiac smooth muscle. Skeletal muscle is several nuclei. Yes to striations. Contracts one way. Smooth muscle has one or two. No, cardiac is one or two nuclei. Yes, striations. Contracts multiple ways. Smooth muscle, one nuclei, no striations. I don't know about the contraction. Okay, not under voluntary control. Was the other things right? Branched. Yeah. Yes, skeletal was spindle shaped. Welcome to the stream. There's you who are joining. Yeah, Nick. Good to see you. That's good. I know that. What are motor neurons in the motor cortex synapse? I do not know. Lesion in the left cortex. Decussate in the pyramids of the medulla. Synapse in the brainstem. Some go into the limbs. No, it's hard. Functions in muscle tissue. I think temperature is the only one I don't know. Characteristics, elasticity, contractility, all of that. I think that's very important. Motor neuron pool is all the motor neurons that innervate a particular muscle. What are you testing for in cerebellar testing? Complex movements, rapid repetitive movements. How many motor neurons communicate with muscle? Neuromuscular junctions and acetylcholine. Yeah. Cerebral problems with tone, power, reflexes. Reflexes were faster. Power would be more, tone would be less tone, same power. Reflex pendula. Okay. Maybe I'll do it like this. Do this. Tone would be less, power would be the same, reflexes would be pendula. Below cerebral hemisphere, behind the brainstem. Cerebellum. Cerebellum is under the cerebral cortex. Below cerebral cortex. Okay, yeah, I guess cerebral cortex is brain. Patterns of weakness. I don't know. Upper limb flexors are stronger. Lower limb extensors are stronger. Spasticity. Hyperreflexia. Okay, I think it's kind of hard. I'll go over it another time. I need to do this. Receptor for hearing. I don't know. Mechanoreceptor, photoreceptor, mechanoreceptor, chemoreceptor. Smell and taste would be chemo. Hearing would be mechano, because it's like the hair in your ears. Photoreceptor, vision, and mechanoreceptor for touch. What do receptors do? They take it, convert it into some kind of signal, convert physical energy into action potentials. Right. General path, you get receptor, sense organs to thalamus, then relevant cortex. Okay. Where is the thalamus? Let's have a look. Thalamus. Paired grey matter near the center of the brain. Transduction of stimulus. So receptor changes it into potentials, and then the action potential continues, and then it's interpreted in the CNS. I think that's hard. What is Muller's law? Oh, I forgot. Each center is specialized. Oh, yeah. Pathway in the peripheral system of stimulus CNS. Yeah, what's the point of accessory structures? I think it's to just do extra stuff, like flip stuff, like in the eyes. Yeah. 3 types, I don't know. Type 1, specialized ending of nerve fibers. Chemically transmitted. Specialized ending of nerve fibers, specialized receptor cell. Chemically transmit stimuli to nerve fibers, specialized receptor cell, then intermediate cells, then nerve fibers. What's somatosensor? I've forgotten. Somatosensor. Oh, is it in the body? Oh, it's from inside the body. Okay. The smell inside the body and where you are in space. Type 2 is the receptor one. I don't really know. Maybe touch or something. Hearing, taste, and balance. Type 3 would be eyes and hearing. Eyes, just eyes, sorry. Classification based on origin of stimulus. Outside in the world, body in relation to the world. Exteroception, proprioception, interoception. I guess it's kind of like somatosensory. Exteroception, proprioception, interoception. What's a Noki? Oh, that's from inside the body, isn't it? Working. Oh no, pain. Alright. Blood pressure, gut feeling. Compare polarization of receptor. Oh, receptor cells are slightly less polarized. What happens to receptor cells when a stimuli comes? What happens to receptor cells when the stimuli comes? Generator perception. They're leaky without stimuli. Affects permeability. 2 ways of inducing this depolarization. Okay. It's the classic. Just the nah. Compare the channels. Length, graded potential is short, I think. Action is long. Amplitude, graded, varies. Action is the same. Action might be passive. But generator is long. Okay. Oh yeah, I was right. Amplitude change is regenerated and propagated without loss of amplitude. It is conducted passively. Chemically or mechanically gated. Just voltage gated. Okay, it's kind of hard. What is coding? Conversion or reception pattern. The body's response. Oh, this thing, yeah. Intensity, time, repetition. Change location. location, intensity, change, timing. How to code for intensity? Code more, can't you? Yeah, one neuron fires more, or you activate more neurons. I don't know. Timing. Oh, okay. What is summation of great action potential? Yeah. GP to severance. So I guess if it's close enough, you just get a bunch of action potential. It's more threatening, then probably would want more. Makes sense. How to code for change. Oh, regularity or irregularity. Realize it's not a threat. Action potential. Dawn of death. How to code for change. Action. Change for change adaptation. Realize it's not a threat. Yeah. Location. You do like the 2-point test, yeah. 2-point discrimination. Okay, nice. What should we do next? New integration. Right. Where is the primary motor cortex located? In your brain. When is it active? Whenever you have to move. Precentral. Oh, precentral gyrus. Yeah. I just had a question, Jono. I guess I just answered it. What revision strategy do you find most beneficial for remembering content? Definitely doing it regularly. So something like Anki is quite nice. You just set up flashcards and go through it every couple days. Precentral gyrus, executing movements. What is the primary motor cortex? It's corticospinal, but where does the primary motor cortex receive input? Yeah, I did not know that. Area 6. And somatosensory areas 1, 2, 3. Where is that even? Area 6 and somatosensory areas 1, 2. Somatosensory areas 1, 2. Area 6. Somatosensory area. I don't know where that is. Oh, okay. It's like there. 1, 2 is probably somewhere in here. It's not that important, honestly. Right. Divisions of Area 6 are the SMA and the PMA, supplementary motor area, premotor area, towards the back. Caudal means at the back. So caudal SMA towards the back, and rostrils towards the front. Right. SMA, supplementary, premotor. This premotor area too. Processes sensory premotor, and then okay, supplementary motor. Pre I guess are quite new, kind of makes sense, because it's summary of how movement plan is developed. So primary motor area directly controls movement. Premotor plans, so codes goals, link stuff and plans, and supplementary involved in the motor plan. Primary motor cortex. Primary motor cortex controls movement. Premotor plans. Supplementary is in the plan as well. Where is the basal ganglia? They are deep inside the brain. Striate.
对着你好像有点变形一样的样子。对方 need to adjust your camera.我觉得电脑高一点点会好一点。
Doesn't seem right. Structure in the basal ganglia, putamen. GABA and glycine okay, GABA is inhibitory. Glutamate excitatory. Glutamate is excitatory. Rest the thalamus goes on to fire. Thalamus is expressed by the closed pallidus internus. Direct pathway. I guess I just answer some of your questions now. Studying till 11. Yeah, I'll just do 10:45. I'm going to study later. It's just the Q&A is going to be it. I'll probably answer questions at 10:45. Study sessions like this in the future, I do not know. Irregularly, I guess. Is this an every Tuesday night? No, I'll try to do it like fortnightly, probably. There's a direct pathway. think my volume was down previously, but I was saying that I will try to do these sessions when I can, when I like have a bit of time and not tutoring, and it's like not too late either. Find a photo of this. Is my volume working? Apparently it's not working that well. Let me check. I'll join on my phone. Is my volume working? Working that well? Let me check. I'll join on my phone. No, it's fine. I think the volume's working. Yeah. Alright. This is direct pathway. Physiology. Direct pathway. Cortex. How does this work? Direct pathway. Rest, thalamus, always wants to fire. The substantia nigra, inhibitory. Inhibit tonic. Alright. So, what's the deal with this thing? At rest, thalamus always wants to fire. Thalamus is suppressed by the globus pallidus internus and the substantia nigra. So, yeah. Oh, because thalamus wants to tell the cortex what to do. Because the normal... Oh, okay, right. So it usually goes from thalamus to cortex to coordinate movement. And so... usually you don't move randomly. So... it's inhibited by this. So when the cortex fires, it tells the striatum to shut down this, which stops shutting down the thalamus, and so it fires. Ah, cool. Alright. Cortex, striatum, globus pallidus internus, and substantia nigra. What's a VLO? Okay. What is it? Primary motor cortex, thalamus, and corticospinal. Oh no, area 6 and somatosensory areas 1, 2, 3. It's located below the cerebral cortex and it's active movement. No, precentral gyrus and movement. Alright, divisions of area 6. You have the premotor and the I forgot the name, supplementary motor. And then supplementary motor is divided into pre and normal. Cool. What does premotor area do? What does it do? Two subdivisions of the supplementary motor area. The pre one plans I don't know. New motor sequences, plan, process. Premotor processes. One at the back plans, and the one in the front learns. Alright. Movement plan. Primary motor area, control movement. Premotor sense. Alright. Primary motor. And then you have primary, premotor, and supplementary. Does movement. Premotor takes sensory and plans. And supplementary motor plan. And pre-supplementary is for remembering stuff. And supplementary motor, don't quite remember. Where is the basal ganglia? Beneath the cerebral cortex. Yeah. Structure in the basal ganglia, globus, pallidus, substantia nigra, putamen. What else? Thalamus? No. You got your nucleuses. Caudate nucleus. I think that plus the putamen makes the thing. What's true? Yeah, so putamen and the what? Caudate nucleus. Inhibitory is GABA. Excitatory is glutamate. I guess glutamate sounds like glucose. Glutamate. GABA inhibitor. Which part is tonic? Oh, the substantia nigra plus globus pallidus internus to the VLO part, and one more. Oh, okay, no. Alright, just that one. How does the indirect feedback loop work? Okay, I think I had it here. Striatum will now inhibit globus pallidus externa. Oh, okay, so it goes that way rather than it inhibits it, which will support the subthemat. I don't know what STN stands for. STN. But the STN now tells it to inhibit it. STN. Subthematic, thalamic nuclei. Globus pallidus externa subthematic nuclei stimulates that, tells it to restrict the VLO, and so you would get lack of movement. Yeah, good. What does tonic mean? Changeable? Yeah. Anatomy of the cerebellum, I don't know. cerebellum, higher order stuff, learning, balance, movement, motor plan. See how well they did. I don't know, vermis. Alright. Do some, I think micro. Micro, yeah. Factors that affect, like age. No, it doesn't really matter. What is mutualism? I think you both benefit. Commensalism, one benefits at the expense of another. Parasitism. No. Far out. One benefits, no harm to the other. Okay. What is pathogenesis? Virulence is capability of causing disease. Virulence factors, things that help it cause disease. Pathogen, capable of causing disease. Pathogenesis, what happens afterwards? Yeah. How do bacterial pathogens overcome the host? Was that even? Okay, this is a broad question, doesn't really matter. Afibria just doesn't have a fibria. Oh, okay, never mind. Adhesions. Hard. Okay, cytogenous, foodborne. So it's in food. Ends up in intestines, then invade through intestinal wall to lymph nodes, bloodstream. Adhesion. The stomatocytogenes, adhesion, vacuole. Which can either invade down here, or it can escape, multiply and divide, and then rush into the next one, and it gets a double membrane. Cool, and this is where? In the intestines. Food, yeah. Cool. Type of adhesions, fimbrial, afimbrial. Glycocalyx. Oh, this thing. Okay. Bound, retract. Yeah. Afimbrial adhesions. Protein. What else can? Fibronectin. What are capsules made of? Polysaccharides. And it's good to fake it, adhere, and yeah. Biofilms are when a bunch of bacteria stick together and they have a massive capsule. Yeah. catheters, implants. Is that important? Two important enzymes. Oh, this is good. I don't remember that. Collagenase, hyaluronidase, collagenase. So it's down here. Hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronidase. Let me search up what that does. Hyaluronidase. Yeah, by the way, if you guys have any questions, you can leave them in the chat. You can come back if you're not studying at 10:45 and I'll be happy to answer. Hyaluronidase. Makes tissues more readily permeable, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna do something else now. How do I clean skills? Alright. Alright, I'm going to share something else. Let me find window capture. Notion. Alright. How do I make this smaller? Yeah, we're learning clean skills. I didn't make a list of that. Alright, so let's go. So introduce yourself. Hi, my name's Darren. Task confidentiality. Then what? Then say hi. Get basic details. What do I need? Name. Okay. Maybe this. Intro. Confidentiality. And then part 1. Just age. Full name, age, date of birth, original, Torres Strait Islander, origin. What else? I think that's it. Part 2. What? WWQQAABICE. Plus A. So what? When? No. Should be where. So in its muscular skeletal system. Maybe I should do it like this. Alright. History. And this works. And then I will go musculoskeletal system. So what do you ask? Pain, swelling. There's a list. Pain. Pain swelling. Oh, general weakness, isn't it? Like, general whole body, so fever, weight loss. Pain, swelling, morning stiffness. Morning stiffness. Joint stiffness after activity, loss of motion, deformity, weakness, instability, change in sensation, instability. Change in sensation, whole body stuff. Right. I remember morning stiffness was like rheumatoid arthritis. Yeah, rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis and shorter for osteoarthritis. Osteoarthritis. Here, where is it? Stiffness. Cool. Alright, and what did we learn today? The peripheral nervous system. Oh yeah, handedness is important, isn't it? Forgot that. Where should I ask that? I need to ask. There's something else. There was like, whether the pain like radiates. Where? It's radiation. Week 5, what we did today. Neurological. They're listed this kind of thing. Alright. Oh wow, there's a lot. Alright. Seizures or fits. Seizures, fits, fainting, dizziness, vertigo, which is like motion, motion distortion. Seizures are quite rigid and confusion afterwards. Headache, facial pain, paresthesia, plus anesthesia. So abnormal sensation plus sensation. What else? Weakness, gait, tremor plus involuntary movements. So the other senses, movement we tested, where, I don't know. Oh, touch, isn't touch one? Visual, so sight, hearing, smell. Neck stiffness, wasn't it meningitis? Sphincter, loss of control, keeping in mind that at rest it is contracted. Head injury with loss of consciousness. Injury, neck or back pain. Altered cognition. Nice. I roughly write up the other ones then. And then it's what past medical history. What's it called? Post family history. Social history. And then the MASAD thing. Surgeries. Hospitalizations. What else? Surgery thing. Oh, pre-existing conditions. Pre-existing conditions. Family history. So it's just parents, siblings, children. Ask about sort of ages as well, if anything happened. You asked about contraception and stuff, don't I? What's that under? But here, contraception. Contraception. Drugs. Yeah. Not drugs. Medication. Contraception. Over the counter. Alternative. Complementary. Plus with alcohol, I think. Alcohol. Considered quitting. Feel guilty. Needed to feel good. And A was annoyed. Yeah. So I think 2 out of 4. Check. Alright. That's pretty good. Go to examinations. Musculoskeletal, shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers. Wow, there's a lot. Musculoskeletal. Look, feel, move, specialness in general. Look, feel. Okay. I guess clavicle. Look, feel. What am I looking for? Contour / posture. Skin, lumps, color. Scar, swelling, muscle bulk, deformity. Cool. Feel. I guess feel is in 2 parts. 1 is general. 2 is bony landmarks. What are the general ones? Tenderness, warmth, with back of hand. Okay, bony landmarks. Chromium, coracoid process, humerus, clavicle, ankles of the Yeah, everything else isn't that important. Right, so move is pretty big. Move is pretty big. So, whoops. How do I? Move. I guess active, passive, and special. Active movements. So in general, what can you do with the shoulder? Generally, you can do flexion, extension, abduction. Because you can do everything. External rotation, internal rotation. Active, you just get them to do it, I guess. So it's like flexion. Yeah, that's flexion. Extension, abduction, adduction. External rotation. Is that like that? I guess. Or is it? Yeah, it's that. Alright. Oh no, external rotation is like, like that. Oh, whoops. External rotation, so it's like elbow at 90 degrees, and what would that be? That's like a table tennis move. Yeah, I guess. Table tennis move. Internal is behind the back. I'm pretty sure. You like reach upwards. Yeah, scratch your back as high as possible. Cool. Adduction. It's just like that. Yeah, abduction. Flexion should be able to. Extension. Nice. Alright. That's pretty good. Let's have a look at the... Okay, that was active and passive, I guess. You don't really need... Special test. What do we have? Hawkins, Nears. Oh, they're in groups. Impingement. Apprehension. Biceps. Yeah. Biceps are called impingement. We have Hawkins, Nears, and this arc thing, right? Hawkins, Nears, arc. Now what the heck's Hawkins? Stabilize the shoulder with one hand on the acromion, with the arm in neutral, and the elbow flexed. Internally rotate the shoulder. Stabilize the shoulder with one hand on the acromion, arm in neutral, internally rotate the shoulder. Let's watch the video. One hand on acromion, flexing. Oh, you have your palm facing down. Okay. So you have your by the side. So by your side, palm facing backwards. Lift up. Pull in. And then press down. Is that how it works? Lift up so it's like parallel to the ground. Turn in the elbow and pushing the wrist down. It's like internal rotation. It kind of hurts. No. What's Near's test? Near's test. Passively into full flexion. So, isn't that all the way up while the scapula is held in place and the arm is internally rotated? Like that, and then, yeah. So turn hand outwards, one hand on the shoulder, and moving up. Turn up, turn palm outwards, and on shoulder, move arm up. Oh yeah, it's 10:45, I guess. So you guys can shoot away questions. I'm happy to answer anything. And I still need to kind of finish this off, so I'll probably do it as I talk, but let's have a look what people said. Anki is goated. I think I read that. Do I reckon this is distracted? Or it's distracting? Thanks for joining, Belinda. Bowl of Eric. 10:45. Yes, anatomy lectures. We're learning the lower body now. So like all the muscles and stuff in your everything below your waist, all the muscles, nerves, blood vessels. It's pretty tough. I heard you typing. I thought it was a moth. I type pretty quickly and pretty loudly. I don't think I realized because I'm the one doing it, but I have been told that. Brendan, hello. It's good to hear you find it satisfying. Alright, television living room. Are you recalling this from class or early memorizing session? I have another document open. It's just Monash stuff, so I probably can't like have it on YouTube. But it's stuff I am like I'm looking at it. I am like synthesizing my information because we're learning a lot about examinations and I have them in different places, all the notes. So I'm trying to put it all in one document. Eric, hello, welcome. Anatomy. No, I haven't watched the lectures yet for anatomy. I'm like playing around with the with like a body, like a model, and I'm just looking at the muscles and stuff. How'd you find the things today, the tutorials? Is this every Tuesday night? I think I answered this, but no, won't be every Tuesday night. I think it's gonna be a regular. Yeah, try have them when I can. Sometimes I'll just be talking, and sometimes I'll be studying. And welcome as well, Josh. I think I saw you in the last stream as well. That's good to hear, Eric. It always feels good when you can like answer stuff in the workshops or in the tutorials. But I found leg like I know like the muscles, a lot of the muscles, and I guess some of the bones, but the nerves and stuff, not quite. What group you in actually? I don't. Yeah. Sometimes like in some of the specimens they show us, the humerus kind of looks like the the like the thing they took, the cut actually looks like the humerus for some reason. Doing my Chinese oral. Oh, that's great to hear, Sarah. Um, really good luck for the Chinese oral. It's pretty tough. But I thought it would be closer than that. 2 months is pretty close to your actual exams. But yeah, I'm glad you found the video helpful and good luck with it. I know Chinese is like a very difficult subject. It's probably the hardest subject I took in terms of the effort you had to put in. So, kudos. Until you say the wrong thing. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. If you say the wrong thing, you say the wrong thing. But yeah, it is a big mental barrier. Have I seen the YouTube channel Spy Medicine? No, I have not. Eric getting recognition for carrying. And yes, good luck to all of you. I see so many stuff on the discussion spaces and things, like whether you're losing content, reorganizing times, or not. My big advice to you guys who are watching is to like probably just not focus too much on that. I just do the work and try and get your study done. And then if they change it, they change it. If they cut stuff, they cut it. But like we have no control over that. A6. Oh, you have the same tutor and stuff as us. I'm B6 by the way. Thoughts on the ulnar? I think it's a good bone. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't do much. Like the radius is the one that like moves when you move your arm. But it's a good bone, yeah. Does anyone else have the oral that's watching soon? Yeah, I agree with that, Eric. I think it's like kind of funny. I don't think it's that bad. But like when we had COVID and stuff, I didn't really check the like the daily cases and all that. I just like because it would probably just make people upset if you check it too much, which I don't think is a good idea. What did you score for GAT? I have a lot of GAT videos, which is a bit weird considering the GAT's not like the biggest thing in the world. But my score for the GAT, so I scaled scores. I got 48 for writing, 50 for the other two. What's a good score? I mean, I'm pretty sure they're like pretty similar to just normal study scores. So above 35, above 40 is a decent score. It does depend on what you want to get though in your like normal subjects. Gluteal and gluteus maximus. Gluteus maximus is like the outermost muscle around your like the back of your or your butt basically. It's like the outermost muscle there. Gluteal, I don't remember. That looks familiar, but I don't remember what that is. But there are two like other gluteus muscles beneath the maximus. Oh shoot, I realized you guys can't see my face. I didn't realize that. Let me do this. How do I change this? Add video capture. Okay. Yay, I'm back. Can I solve a 5x5? No. I can solve a 3x3, and I used to be able to do a 2x2, but I can't do a 5x5. How to increase your height. I believe a lot of it is, I think like 85% is genetics. Like, this is my personal opinion. No, this is not like medical advice. I think 85% is like genetics, and the other 15% is your, like, what do you call it? Your diet, your sleep habits. So I think if you want to maximize your height, it's just to do all the right things, and then hopefully you don't have any regrets at the end of it. Is there a huge difference between year 11 chem and year 12? No, the year 11 chem and year 12 chem are fairly similar. You learn a lot of the key concepts. You learn like the hard stuff that set you up well for year 12. So all the hard stuff in year 12, you get introduced to it in year 11, which is good. So the mole was the big one, I remember. I don't quite remember what else, because I did a sort of an accelerated program in year 11. But definitely everyone learned about the mole. And I forgot what the number is. It's like 10 to the power of 23, but something like 6.93 times that. But apart from that, content-wise, year 12 is... Oh, redox as well, yeah. But content-wise in year 12, you do learn other stuff like fuels and thermochemistry and cells. But it's a little harder. Do you use Frederick method to solve? I don't. I'm pretty sure I just used beginner's method, but I did get 37 seconds once, which was a very proud moment. What do you use? Can you solve like lots of different Rubik's Cubes? I can't imagine tutoring chem, Eric. I feel like it's very hard. There's so much there. Yeah, agreed. Television living room. But I think like that stuff's relatively straightforward. Like, you just kind of just got to know it or memorize it. How'd you study for maths exams? With math exams, I understood the stuff pretty quickly. And also I'd learnt it beforehand as well, like in previous years, because tutoring and all that. And so for me, a lot of it was practice questions and doing practice sacks, and also knowing my silly mistakes was a big deal as well. How good are you at Battlelands? You're someone I know, right? But I don't actually know who, because of your username. But yeah, I'm alright at Battlelands. Jackson Walker. Food chem is the best. Oh, I think food chem got taken off for us. No, was it? No, it was kept on. Food chem is where like the carbohydrates, right? Fats, proteins, and the energy content of all those. Pyramix 5x5. No, that's impressive. I think like it's just a really nice skill to have. Like, there's like some skills like coding or Rubik's Cubes. It's just like a nice little thing to learn. It's impressive. Bolivar, it got slightly taken out. Yeah. Are you thinking of starting YouTube, Eric? I'm curious. At all? Or are you gonna stick with like... Yeah, have you? TikTok? Yeah. Probably end this stream at 11:10. Unless there's a lot more questions or anything like that. 8-hour reaction. One thing I feel like I should have started YouTube a little bit earlier, like towards the end of the prep process, and like done a proper 8-hour reaction apart from the one that's on my channel. Oh, 2020 chem exam. I found it pretty hard. All the previous, Eric and Josh can probably input into this too, because they did the chem exam as well in 2020. I thought it was harder than previous years. Like, I didn't study that much for chem, but the previous years I'd finish really, really early. And then the 2021, I finished early, but like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, not a ton of time. I think Josh has a YouTube channel as well. I don't know whether he's posted any videos yet. Dazzler 9x9 Rubik's Cube. That would take a long time and probably be very tiring for my hands as well. More stressful after exams. Look, I think to a certain extent that is true. Within the exam period and also a little after exams, I was a bit stressed. I like when I went to bed, I'd think about the special exam, the questions I got wrong and stuff, because they released the exams and you feel like, like I should have gotten this right and all that kind of thing. But after a while, you get over it. There's about a month or slightly less than a month. No, for us, it was like a month and a half between exams and with the ATAR reaction. But then, yeah, you get over it. Like you go out with your friends, you play basketball, you play games, and it's like, why would you waste your time worrying about things like that? The egg question. Oh yeah, wasn't it like something about protein or something like that? I do remember the egg question. Do you suggest doing practice questions with notes? No, I never did that. I don't know why people do that, but I never did that. I'm making something right now. Good, Josh. Good to hear. How's the swimming career going? Well, lockdown's kind of put a lock on my swimming career, but I would like to get back to swimming. I really enjoyed competing. Training, like, I feel like I need a good culture around me, but competing, I really enjoyed it, and I feel like I never really like maxed out my potential. Do I know you guys, Jono and Doug? You're asking about my swimming, so I'm curious. Brendan, yeah, thank you. What's your ultimate life goal? That's a very tough question. Maybe something they'll ask you in your Chinese oral, who knows? I don't really know yet. I think at each step, like every couple months or whenever, I just figure out what I really want. And hopefully I get that in the next couple months and then build from there. But I think it's things like YouTube and like helping kids and like students I really enjoy, because I feel like once you get an adult, you can't really like change that much. Whereas if you're a children, there's a lot of potential for you to grow. Tips to reduce anxiety and stupid errors. I think they're kind of together in the sense that if you're less anxious, then you might make less stupid errors. Definitely, I think the biggest thing is sort of thinking to yourself, if I'm anxious, I will do worse. So let's not be anxious and go in there, because there's nothing else I can do, and just do my best. Stupid errors, practically, you can also make a list of them and try and remember them. Like each time you do another math sack, check, did I round up to the correct decimal place? Did I find the tangent? And that will serve you well. Thank you, Yevon. So many of my friends have YouTube channels. Yevon is one as well. It's like vlogs and like a little bit of Monash med life as well. Is it true you were a swimming prodigy? I was pretty good at swimming. Yeah. I guess like proportional to how much I trained, it was definitely really good, the results that I achieved. And yeah, I'm pretty like happy with my swimming career in high school and primary school. What was your reading time approach for chem? Sort of similar for maths in general. I don't look at the multiple choice questions. I go straight to extended response and sort of figure out what's going on there. I think especially for chem, the multiple choice questions are too like, they're from like different, they're just different. Each one's just different to each other and just like not related and pulling from different aspects of the study design. So I feel like it would be hard for you to remember answers and calculate stuff. So go with extended response. That was my approach. Jackson, any good features to look out for in ACs? Be picking up very basic features. So with ACs, the usual ones I would split it by are formal and informal, and a little bit of written and spoken. Feel free to message me if you want like more detail, because I don't want to like draw on too long for this. But in general, with formal, things like normalizations, polysyllabic lexis, passive, agentless passives. Informal, things like colloquialisms, shortenings, what else? Taboo language, and sentence fragments, so incorrect grammar, anything like that. basic features I think are fine, but sometimes you're just going to analyze them very strongly. So a basic feature analyzed well can be a very strong argument. Like if you say, this is informal and, lowers the register, cool. But if you tie it into say like, this is a comedy show to be expected, there'd be informal, builds rapport with the people, encourages the audience participation, things like that, that would make a basic feature into a good thing. Are you thinking of becoming a tutor? I am a tutor actually at the moment. But there's no buts. Yeah, I am a tutor at the moment. Best survival stroke 1K TT time. What does that even mean? Best survival stroke 1K time. I don't really know what the question's asking. No worries, Yevon. I think Yevon's channel, yeah, it's just Yevon Yang. Like, I don't think many people are called that, so it should be easy for you to find. Do I sell Scotch sacks? No, I don't. Are there people who sell Scotch sacks? That is an interesting choice of side hustle. The OP, I think Scotch sacks were good in the sense that they're pretty similar to exam. Like Scotch doesn't really make sacks unreasonably hard. I don't know if Josh would agree with this. But I heard some schools they'd give you like random sacks and they make it unreasonably hard. Oh, I did see actually. I think I searched up Yevon Yang once and the TED Talk came up. It's pretty cool. It was her and a friend. Oh, nice. Maths comp. Was it like a Da Vinci competition or what's that called? Cosmic Hearts. Did I do Chinese SL or Culture and Society? I did Chinese second language. So when I was in year 11, 2019, when I did Chinese, there was no Culture and Society. And I probably wouldn't have picked it either. I think, like, I don't really know what Culture and Society involves, but I don't think you speak as much Chinese. Big boy Jono. Alright. Just gonna ignore that. Melbourne Uni School Maths comp. I don't remember that. I remember there was a uni maths one where they give you like 7 questions, but I didn't remember that there was like a school teams based one. Also, this is something like interesting that happened, but a lot of people some people have been commenting on my videos. They see like my ATAR screenshot and whatever, and they ask me like how come I didn't do a science or how did I get into med without doing chemistry? And I realized that because I don't explain in every video that chemistry was my 7th, so it doesn't show up on the ATAR thing. But it's pretty funny. People are like, how'd you get into med without doing chemistry? As if I hacked the system or something. What is your favorite color and why? I like navy blue. I just feel like it's a strong color. Is your favorite color yellow, Yevon? I feel like from like your vlogs, the aesthetic. How many hours of study did you average this time last year, and how many exams do you recommend per week for preparation? All right. Oh, I really don't know how many hours. I never timed myself. I really don't know. People keep asking me that. I'd study so whenever I wasn't tired and like lying on the couch or something, or whenever I wasn't eating, so cancel out all that time, I was basically studying because there's nothing else to do in lockdown. I didn't really play games as well leading up, like in this period of time. In terms of exams I did per week, I think the only regular exams I did were maths ones. So I did like exam 1 and exam 2, like a set each week, or sometimes I did 2 sets each week. Apart from that, the other ones I practiced in sections. Like English, I didn't do a full exam a week or something. I might do like 2, Women of Troy, a text response, 2 text responses this week, get it checked by my teacher. Next week, maybe do 1 argument analysis. It literally is whatever you need to make yourself feel confident. Life hack, chem is a prereq from med. Yeah. So I guess life hack is if it's in your bottom 2, get a 35 and get into med. Doesn't matter at all. Yeah, agreed. There's like 2 pH calculations we had to do in like a lecture. Oh, it didn't even come up in the exam. How are we, Daz? How many hours are we ticking off tonight in terms of study? I'm doing well. How about you, Michael? In terms of study, I guess outside of classes today, I've studied for like 9:15 till 10:45, so an hour and a half. I'll probably do some more study later tonight. More, I want to get like a better idea of all the muscles and stuff. How about you? How much have you been studying? Cosmic Hearts, is it better to wake up early? I actually debated this question quite a bit. So in high school, there were a couple times I woke up at 5 just to see how it would turn out. But honestly, for me, I feel like staying up late to study was better. It depends from each person. I think some people just have good sleep schedules, and I think you should try both. You still have time to try both. Give it like a week. Try and wake up at 7 or 6 or something and study in the morning and see how you do. I like to stay up later to study, but it'd be like 12, 1. It wouldn't be unreasonably late. And a really dangerous thought to have is like, I have so much time after school finished. I just will rest now and then do all the work later. That's a very dangerous thought. Be very careful with that. Do you find it is bad to stay up late studying? No. I think 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock is fine. If it's much later than that, I don't think it's that productive. You shouldn't do it too much. And in most cases, people aren't studying from straight after school till then. You're probably like wasting other stuff. Is it just me, or I find study motivations randomly comes at night time? No, it's happened to me as well. I don't know. Anyone else can share their experience as well. I was pretty motivated throughout year 12, but like before year 12, I'd find like just when I was about to go to bed, I'd suddenly be like, yeah, I want to like study hard. But then I'd be in bed. I'd be like, I'll study hard tomorrow or something. Dads need some sleep. I'm fine at the moment. My sleep schedule is fine. Then you get super tired. So in lockdown, which I don't know, yeah, you guys will be actually. I'd like 12 to 1 o'clock sleep, and I'd wake up at like 8 because school's 8:30. So it was enough sleep for me. Oh, Hessian, hello. Thanks for joining the stream. Me too. What subjects did I get tutored for? I got tutored for what I got tutored for? Latin, Spech, and irregular sessions for other subjects. No, I'm not the human dictionary. I know probably more words than the average person, but by no means do I know like a ton of words. And if you're curious about whether you need a really good vocabulary to do well in English, I do not think so. Yeah, I had a Latin tutor. Sort of had two, and I switched. One was a teacher, and he was alright, and the other guy was a graduate from not from Scotch, from another from Xavier, I think. Yeah. But I didn't have like regular sessions towards the end of the year. Thanks, Eric. Thanks for joining and helping out the stream. Bye bye. Feel like the 2021 cohort has been screwed over by code we made you learn. Yeah, okay. Like, I think just acknowledge that, but then just like move on. Like, oh, there's nothing you can do about it. And what are you gonna like? There's nothing, literally nothing you can do about that. I agree. Vika has been extremely silent for some reason. They have not been saying anything apart from delaying the gap. But I think the best thing you can do is just focus on your content. Like at school, don't like get into this complaining cycle or like nothing changed or whatever. Nothing changed for the whole state. You're all in it together. Just work hard at what you can and hopefully do well. Where can you get tutored by me? I tutor on Zoom. So. What are some tips for clarity in English? My biggest tip was like, I feel like any of you who are listening right now can explain something quite well and are probably like relatively fluent, if not fluent, in English. I think the way you talk, just write that way. Okay, at a very basic level, just write that way. If you can do that, then your will be very easily understood by the examiner and will be very clear, and your grammar will be correct. I think that's definitely the most important thing. What are some tips for clarity? Yes. No changes in study design. Yep. Part-time job. I do tutoring. I mean, even if I did work at Coles and Woolworths, it's not like I'm working at Coles and Woolworths now. To use the Pomodoro. I tried Pomodoro for a little bit. It was fine. I think it was quite nice. It's good when you're like not that motivated. I feel like it just forces you to do work in increments, which is quite nice. Hey Darren, do you end up getting a statement of marks for your subjects? Yes, I did. Am I willing to share what exam scores? Yes, but like probably not now. Like it's not on this email or this computer that I have right now. But I'm like happy to share. If you really want to know, just like message me. I'd probably be a bit too much if I just do a video talking about my exam scores. I don't feel like it's something that people should focus too much on. Does YouTube pay well? I'm not currently paid by YouTube. I don't know if you guys have seen ads on my videos, but there are ads, but I am not yet paid by YouTube. Curious what's going on with you guys in class. Anything funny happened? Any subjects that are going well? Any like major like 3 or 4 days where you have a bunch of assessments coming up? Feel free to let me know. Do you use meditation to calm the nerves? Before a big day of hitting the books, I've like thought about it. I feel like it would have been nice in year 12 to have a routine before each SAC or exam, but I didn't really. Meditation's nice. I think sometimes sitting there and just relaxing is a good thing to do, but I didn't really do that. Did your school offer 2 languages? Did you get private lessons for one? Did your school offer 2 languages or did you get private lessons? My school offered like all my subjects I did at school. Yeah, I didn't have to do distance education or anything like that. We're the last special SAC. Congratulations. Must feel good to get that over and done with. Just the exam now then. You only had 1 online SAC. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty good. But does that mean like your in-person SACs would be very congested? Why didn't I do physics? A lot of people, well, some people have asked me like why don't I do physics or bio or whatever, but it's like looking at my subjects, what would I have swapped physics for? I can't really swap it for anything. So yeah, that's why I didn't do physics. Mental health, yeah. I'm hoping these streams can help a little bit as well. You guys just chat. Mental health, in terms of in what way? Like you just can't see your friends, or you feel like studying is really boring. And Jackson, yep. What was the yep to? Oh, a lot of congested sacs. I mean, yeah. One thing I would say, it's kind of like exam period, right? In exam period, you have a lot of exams within like a fairly short period of time for most people. So I guess you can treat the sacs as like practice exams, which would be nice. Interesting phrasing. You can't miss your friends if you don't have anyone. I feel like everyone needs ways to like relax and stuff, or just things to do. Even like really successful or really busy people, especially in lockdown. I think definitely feel free to indulge in some of those things. Do you remember roughly how many practice exams? Okay. Look, I can't give you a number. I'll just tell you, and you can probably add them up. So for math subjects, I did all the VCAR ones, plus like 6 or 7 company ones. English, 2 full-timed ones, lots of individual like essay practices. Chemistry, like 4 or 5 practice exams. English language, I did a lot of sections and maybe like 3 or 4 full exams. Am I missing anything? I think those are like the main ones that you guys would probably do. You're a cash money sniper, 3-point range. I can't actually shoot 3-pointers that well for some reason. I'm really good down mid-range though. How many hours of sleep study did you do each day? Sleep, so I said 12:30 or 1 o'clock to 8, so that's about 7 hours. Study, how did I do it? Study like, look, I think just study when you can. Okay, like, I don't think anyone sits there with a timer and be like, I'm going to study for 4 hours. I don't know anyone who times how long they study for, unless they're like doing some kind of video or something. So I think just study whenever you can. So like set aside time for your friends or whatever, for meetings or anything like that, and outside of that, just study. Do you invest? I do not invest. I have lots of friends who invest, lots of friends who bought Dogecoin really early on. How about you, Brendan? Who do you go for an NBA? I don't go for a team. I just kind of like players. Like I like Luka, Booker, Kawhi, Jimmy Butler. Do you think a paragraph bank? Definitely, Jackson. Definitely. Paragraph bank is so important in Inglang. Because like it just has everything together and it just makes sure you've crossed over. You've like covered all your bases. Like you've covered all the kind of topics that might come up. Mid-range of money respected. How about you, Doug? What are you good at on the basketball court? Study or else. That is quite a threatening mentality. Three-pointers. That's impressive. I wish I could shoot threes. I feel like it would be very useful and it's just a good feeling. Kawhi, yes. Kawhi's shot in Game 7 was absolutely amazing. Do a video of you playing basketball. I'm planning to. Like, I play basketball with a lot of my friends. I don't know. They're in the stream sometimes. But, yeah, I'm planning to do, like, a vlog. Record playing basketball. 3-point team. Oh, you do invest. I think it's good. I know nothing about investing, but I feel like it's a very good thing to do. You can give me a rundown sometime, Brendan. Do you have a missus? No. Jackson, I've gotten that close to dunking over lockdown. That's impressive. I think lockdown's a good opportunity to work out. So if you like work on your legs and stuff, hopefully you can dunk by the end of lockdown. Be a good like thing to learn over lockdown. You play in a club? I played with some friends. Like I'd help out at their basketball club, sub in and stuff. But I didn't have a club I stuck with for like a long time. Do I read books? Yes. I used to read a lot more books than I do now. I kind of want to, but with libraries closed and I don't know, there's just no like, it just doesn't really cross my mind much. Oh, do you guys have any good book recommendations? Pop them in the chat. I'll have a look at the blurbs and stuff. But I really want to. I think reading books is really, really enjoyable, and I learnt a lot from that. If you're going to invest, I started with a virtual exchange. What's a virtual exchange? That probably shows how much knowledge I have. I got it with a size 6. That's good. It's close. Do you like alley-oop it to yourself, or can you run up and do it? What course would you have done if you didn't do med? I was 100% fixated on med, so any way that would get me into medicine, be good. There's a lot of sport questions. Am I a good distance runner? No. I think 400 is like my max. I can't run much. Like, my stamina's not good in long distances. I think I've heard of shadow hunters. Right, let me write these down. Shadow hunter. Oh, stock market with fake money. That makes sense. It's a play, though. What does that mean? Oh, okay, right. It's a okay. Why did you say it's a joyful read? I just need to be able to palm a size 7. Yeah. I think palming definitely helps because then you don't need like the other hand to do much. Twilight, Aragon. I think I read Aragon. It's about the dragon, right? It's like a series with different dragons. Do I feel lonely in lockdown? No, not particularly. I feel like I don't really get lonely that much. Like, I'm pretty happy even by myself and like not seeing my friends a ton as well. It's kind of just a result of it. But I definitely do look forward to lockdown being over and everyone getting out more, all the businesses, more sport. GWSC, good school. I don't know what school that is. Favorite subject in year 12? Inglang or Latin? Or English? Okay, no, that was a cop-out answer. If I had to pick one favorite, probably Latin. Latin, I would say. What type of books do I fancy? I like books that like with good characters and good plots. Good plots, good characters. Like ones that I can really invest in and maybe I'll learn something at the end of it as well. Like that really like emotionally connect with. Good question, Brendan. I enjoyed. I think the difficulty made it more enjoyable. The fact that I really had to work and give consistent work every day to do well. And I also like translating. So one part of the Latin exam is unseens, where they give you something you've never seen before and you have to translate it. That was hard, but like it was really enjoyable because this is something that like Caesar has written or some famous Roman dude has written and I can read it or translate it. And that was very satisfying for me. What is your advice for special exams? For all maths exams, definitely work out your strat. Like, do you want to do it quickly? Do you want to do it slowly? What type of silly mistakes do you make? With special exams, especially the 2021, it's pretty straightforward. You just got to make sure you don't get things confused. Like mechanics, whether you do sine or cos, Euler's, which step it is, how the formula works. Those are my main tips. Favorite video game? I don't play video games. Not like because I was forced not to. I just never really got into it. What are your thoughts about Lisa? Oh, Outer Banks is a show. I've heard of that, but I've never seen it, and so I don't know who this Lisa is. Expecto Patronum. Okay. Let me think. It's I something, a guardian. Expecto? Is that a weight? Let me think. I'll search it up. Expecto is, yeah, I await, I expect, I anticipate, I hope for. And patronym is patron, defender, protector. So I await a protector, or I hope for a protector. Literally, it probably is a more smooth translation, like I summon a guardian or something. Do you have any CAS programs? No. I know some people who did. I don't think it changes that much. Like if you know, like it might save you 2 seconds, but I'm getting tongue tied, but the most marks you will lose will not be from that 2 seconds you save, or the most marks you will gain would not be because you saved like 3 seconds because you did one calculation instead of 3. Alright, we'll go a couple more questions and then I'll probably end the stream for tonight. Anything else you guys want to ask? I got tutoring for methods in year 11 and special in year 12. I think math subjects are ones where a lot of people do get tutoring, and I feel like it's pretty worthwhile. No worries, Jackson. Good luck with your dunking. I always did short answer first. It's not really called short answer in Spanish. It's like a extended response. But I'd always do that first. Because I don't really remember why. I think in reading time, I would try to figure out what the question was asking and all that. So it makes sense that I go straight into it when I do the exam. And multiple choice, like you can kind of guess if you don't know something. Or if you run out of time. What was your approach to text response, comparative? Did you prepare and memorize thematic paragraphs? Okay, my preparation was pretty similar for both. I do videos on these, so please check them out if you'd like. My preparation was I'd spend a lot of time writing my homework essays, exploring moments, really going through the text and finding the best quotes and moments I could use for those essays, really taking on my teacher's feedback for the next essay. And when it got closer to the actual SAC, I would prepare under themes, plan under themes, think about what paragraphs I have under different themes. I never memorized anything though. I memorized quotes, I guess, kind of, but that comes fluidly. Like I didn't have flashcards or anything. You kind of use them a lot, and you know, for a certain argument, you have to do something. So I'm trying to say this guy's bad because he threw a boy off the battlements. So this is in text response that I did. And so first I need a picture that he's bad. Next I need to have a quote to describe him throwing the kid off the battlements. And so like every time I use him, I have to use these things. So you kind of remember it by that way. But I never memorized like word for word paragraphs. For English, how did you create paragraphs or write on the fly? So like because I think apart from practice exams, in the actual exam and the actual SACs, I didn't really have to make up stuff. So everything I was going to talk about, I've thought about or I've analyzed before. So it was just kind of putting it down in words and making it fluent and fitting into the topic. And once again, it's sort of if you were speaking to someone and explaining a train of thought, writing that down. So my internal monologue would be pretty big, pretty loud. And I guess that's how you sort of write on the fly. You wouldn't need a CAS, which is your minds to calculate. I'm not sure what someone who didn't have a CAS, how they would do in an exam too. Even if they did perfect on like every question that they could. That'd be interesting. Do I have a life goal? Not overwhelmingly so. Like not an ultimate one that I have in mind. I think I just don't want to waste like my potential and my like good luck that I've had so far. I don't want to waste that. And I do want to meet like people, like influential people, smart people, really successful people, people who do big things. I think that's pretty cool. What made you so fixated on wanting to do med? I think it's just a really good profession. Like I admire a lot of professions, but I especially admire doctors. I think the way they carry themselves is really impressive. And like health is just important. And if someone's really sick, that's one of the greatest pains that someone can be in. And if you can alleviate that, I think that's a pretty cool thing to do. What about you two, Yevon? Do you have a life goal? And Brendan, what made you want to do med? Cosmic Hearts, private tutor or class tutor? In terms of what I had, or what do I recommend? What branch of med? I think... So there's two trains of thoughts. One is neurosurgery because it's the brain, and I really like the brain because it dictates everything you do. Another thought is like GP because you have a lot more time, and I'd like to pursue interests like YouTube and other stuff that I may have on in the future. In terms of what I would recommend, No, I think things where you need individual feedback, individual tutoring would be good. Unless the group tutor does individual feedback, which would be very impressive. So things like English language, what else? What language, what subjects are you doing? I'd be happy to have some input on those. But those, yeah. So we need individual feedback, probably individual tutoring. Things like maths or sciences, I think group is fine. And some people say like it can't be adapted to each person in group tutoring, but I feel like for maths, chemistry, as long as you're in a class that's like, you don't have like some really hardworking kids and some really like laid back kids, I think everyone should be fine following along with what the teacher says. Oh yeah, I'm curious. How did you guys find my YouTube? Any of you? I'm just curious to hear. Just came in the recommendation. Nice. Do you remember which video it was? Very funny, Kenaz. Curious why you'd be looking that up. Oh no. I meant how you found it, like which video or how'd you find my channel. But yeah, that's why I was confused by the A+, but I appreciate it, Doug. It's great that you think so highly. Day in the life of med student, that's fair. That's gotten a lot of views. I think it's probably my most viewed video, so that's understandable. How much do I charge for tutoring? That's like financial stuff I'd prefer to discuss over like Instagram or email. Text response vid, nice. I haven't seen anyone else do videos like that in terms of breaking down essays, so I thought hopefully it'll help you guys out, even if the texts are different. Is your tutoring in real life or online? Usually in real life, lockdown, online. Term 1 VC tips. Yeah, that was my first ever video, and it did really well. And it really took off, which I think helped the channel and helped a lot of you guys, hopefully. It was just me in front of my phone, and then iMovie, and yeah, very basic stuff. Alright, I'll end the stream in about a minute now. Is there anything last things I'm happy to answer, but I'll end the stream in a minute. Funniest joke, I don't have one on hand, but I don't know. If you have a funniest joke, feel free to DM me or something. Brendan. Anatomy, arm was okay. Leg anatomy is just messed up. Amy, what's the Cosmic Hearts? Do you drive? I had my test was going to be, what date is it today? A week and a bit ago, but with COVID it's just been cancelled. How big is your cohort? 400 people and 100 international students. Which years should I? Oh, Sleepy Pogger, you come to a lot of these. Should I start prac exams for special? If you haven't started already, I don't know. No, I think you still have fair enough time. But just start from the first ones. You can mix it up a little bit, but I think leave the later ones for closer to the exam. You can mix up the early ones a bit. And just plan out like how many you want to get done before your exam. Because say you can't fit in all of them before your exam, then you'd probably cut out some of the earlier ones. Alright, thanks for joining the stream then. I will end it. Thank you.